Welcome everybody to another Sunday live. I hope that we've actually managed to go live and you can all hear me no problem. I'll just let everybody get in. I know there's a few here in chat and it takes a while for the stream to play catch up. So if you can hear it, just slam us a thumbs up. I know we've got Mad in the chat, Jason's in chat. Who else we got? Mike's here. I think we've got, is it Perry? Yes, Perry. Rob's in the house. And looking at it, let me just turn that off, turn my speakers off, doing me nutting. And that. So, as like I say, I've just slammed it on the title, seeing what everybody's struggling with, tattoo-wise. Is it motivation, consistency, getting work, areas of the body to tattoo, skin? Everybody has struggles. Excuse me, looking at me eye. Everybody has struggles. Things that they dread doing. And that's what I thought we'd try and cover that a little bit tonight. I know that there's only a few of us in at the moment. For some reason, YouTube doesn't seem to be sending notifications out anymore until we actually go live. So I don't know if any of you guys actually got a pre-notification. So we've already got show on stream. What we got? Rob's struggling with time. Yeah, Rob, I get that. Especially if you're learning to tattoo, or shall we say, doing it. Let's be a little bit political here. Shall we say, doing it part time, and you have another full time job. Yes, it can be hard juggling it. Fitting times in between getting time to learn, or actually when you've got another full-time job, then having motivation once you've been at work all day, going on then to start tattooing later on. Menno, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Son's in, do a little wolf. You got a notification just before we joined. Yeah. As I say, it's garbage. That's why I just say, leave a thumbs up on the stream. Even when the stream is done, just leave and it's posted, just leave a comment underneath. If it's a thanks or just a thumbs up, for some reason, then YouTube decides that it likes people are leaving thumbs up or little bits of comments, and then it pushes it out even further. Pommy, how are you doing? I don't even know what it is, what time down under. But I know we've got, it's going off 8:30 in the evening here in the UK. I know you guys the other side of the pond, it's probably around about 3:30 in the afternoon, 2:30 in the afternoon. So going back to the time, yeah, so it is, time factor is a hard thing, especially when it's not your full-time job. And even when it is your full-time job and you become busy, clients are coming at you left, right, and centre, and time still seems to be a factor that they all want a specific day. Well, unfortunately, they all can't have that day because you booked up. So, and you end up chasing your tail around, trying to please everybody. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. So it's one of them. They've got to start working around. It's got to start working around you. It's true. Oh God, 1 minute. Oh, that's it. I'm back. Yeah, so they've got to start working around you. But again, you've still got to have the motivation when you're running a full-time job to be able then to carry on. Pommy, 4:30 a.m. Wow, wow. You're up early. You're up early, bro. Jeremy, long time no see. Jeremy the IE Lasky's Dennis, if I've got it right. Um, it's in, long time. We've got a show on screen. What's Mike put here? I don't want to tattoo something on someone who is going to regret it down the road. Look, Mike, that is not your problem. Unfortunately, you're going to have to get a little bit thick-skinned and a little bit immune to that. Because what you're going to find is people are going to come in with tattoos that you don't particularly like. You don't particularly like them. You wouldn't have them on them. But you're going to they want you to tattoo them. They want to tattoo, they read the design. They want you to tattoo them. You will tattoo it on them to the best of your ability because they've come to you because they like your style, they like how you tattoo, they like your artwork. Now, if they go away later on and decide that tattoo's not for them, they've picked a choice or they've not chosen wisely, and for whatever reason, don't like that tattoo. That's not on you, pal. That is not on you, 100%. The only time it's ever on you is if you strip the tattoo or it's badly done and they don't like it. But that's for somebody not liking and regretting what they've put on their body is not on you whatsoever. As long as, in my eyes, you're not putting something that's hateful, racist, anything along them lines, then that's definitely on them. That is definitely on them, but it's not on you. And as a tattoo artist, you are going to have to get over that. You're really, really going to have to get over it. I mean, I still get people to this day, they'll come in, 18, 19 years old, they'll come into the shop and they'll go, I want a tattoo, no problem. They've got the right forms of ID, they conform, and they conform to all legalities of it on that side. What do you want? I want my girlfriend's name on me. Here we go. Right. Okay, you want your girlfriend's name on you, 19. It's how long you been seeing? How long you been seeing your girlfriend? 3 months. I want to show me undying love. I want a name on it. Okay. So it's a case of then that if I don't do it, I'm going to go out shopping, I'm going to find somebody else to do it. So, all right, then I'll put the name on it to the best of my abilities and everything. I will put it on you. I'll give them the price. Where do you want it? I want it on my neck. Right. They're instantly going to regret it 3-4 months down the line because they don't call it the kiss of death for that. Anonymous, how are you doing? So that's what I'm saying. You're going to get crap to do. But you've got to look at it. It's all experience. It's all experience in the skin. And I also blame this. I also blame social media. I blame YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all social medias, because you go on there and you put in tattoo artist, tattooing, whatever you want to do, and you'll see all these phenomenal leg tattoos, back tattoos, arm tattoos, masterpieces that come up on there. You look at them closely. One, half of them are edited. Half of them are edited. It's so easy to edit them and make them look better. Yeah. So half of them are edited, but we're not getting into that. False lighting for the tattoos to make them look better. CPL filters, colour filters. They've got thousands of pounds worth of lighting behind them. Got cameras. They're not taking them with a phone or anything. They've got a camera that's worth £2,000-3,000 and taking photos. But secondly, the people that are doing them tattoos and them size tattoos and everything are probably in a bit of a minority. I won't say are in a minority, but probably are, because an everyday general tattooist, like most of us are, is going to be doing love arts. They're going to be doing putting dolphins on people. They're going to be doing pieces probably this big, up to maybe, you know, on forearm, top of sleeve. Then you will get the odd back piece or the odd leg piece, or somebody will want to come in and have a sleeve done. But they don't want to have it done. They want to have it done in 4, 5, 6 sessions. They want you to break it down. So this is what I'm saying. You've got to get out of your head a little bit and stop comparing to anybody else. You've got to get on and do your own thing. Unfortunately, you've got to do. You're providing a service. As a tattoo artist, you're providing a service. So if a client comes in and they want a tattoo, they are entitled to a tattoo, as long as you're comfortable doing it, it's within your realms of capability of doing it, then why aren't we doing it? Because at the end of the day, when the long and the short comes together, it's all got bills to pay, all got overheads. So you just got to think a little bit like that. I know it might sound a bit mercenary, a bit cutthroat or whatever, but you've got to think about it like that. You've still got bills to pay. You've still got family to pay. As long as it's not racist, hateful, or derogatory in any way, and it's within your capability of doing it, you're going to be doing a lot of tattoos that you probably find boring. But that is the realism of tattooing. That is the realism of tattooing at the normal level. Not just like I'm nothing special. I'm just an everyday tattoo artist. Nothing special, nothing major whatsoever. I just earn a living having a tattoo studio and enjoy it, basically. And that is it. That is entirely it. That's it. Oh, I've just got a notification to say I've gone live. Great. YouTube, you're late. So that's it. I mean, you just got to get a bit mercenary, a bit, and do them to your best of your ability. Find out what people want and provide the service. Unfortunately, who else we got on? I said we've got Menno in, we've got Pommy in, Jeremy's in. Thanks for letting me know. And I'm not sure. What we got here? Pommy. Yeah, told my daughter to take their time. It is. I mean, as you all know, you're all here. We provide tattoo removal. We get tattoo removal at our studio. It's a long, drawn out, expensive process, and it's not the most comfortable to get done. We have a lot of people as saying that for the reason of they got a tattoo. Let's say that they got a tattoo in the 90s when the styles were different. It's come a long way since then. Styles, trends, what people seem to be having on them is more art based, and they look at it and think, I want something different. So they come, they will endure that, they will pay the money, they will endure it just to get that tattoo faded down to a point that they can have covered up, put over the top. Whereas they're going to get a covered up that they're more happy with rather than the cover up that they've got to settle for to cover what's there, if that makes sense. So again, this is another thing why they should take the time on what they're getting. I have a lot of people coming for their first ever tattoo, between, I would say, 35, and 50. I have a lot of people come for the first tattoo between 35 and 50, and out of that age range, I would say that the majority of them are probably 40, 45 upwards. when they come for the first tattoo, and they seem to have, or they seem to know exactly by that age what they're wanting. I tattoo a lot of young people. What I will say, I'll do tattoo some random crap on some units. That's their choice. More for the fact that they're not going to like. They're not. It's not when they get to 40, they're going to be looking at it thinking, where can I get this later? Where can I go? I don't like that. I don't like that particular thing anymore. Then again, I've got some that have particularly sat there, thought it out, and are making a good decision. So that's fair play to them. And like I'll say to them at that age, where could you go and spend £200-300, $300-400 at 19, 20? And if you live to your 80, 60 years later, in theory, you've still got it. As long as you like it, in theory, you've still got it. Hey, what's glad you made it. I didn't think you were making it tonight, bro. So what else we got in here? Anonymous. Just getting ready for everyone's tax season. Oh, it's been and gone in this country. It's tax season. Over to April again now. Tax period. Joys of being self-employed, unfortunately. It's if it's not, you've only got to do taxes in this country if you're self-employed, otherwise it's all done for you. Jack, how are you doing, Jack? Boom. Anonymous. What iPad would any of you recommend for Procreate? Shit on an iPad, to be honest. It's don't like them. Apple products, I liken them to my Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, and unfortunately, I hate both of them. So I just can't get around it. I've always been Android or Microsoft, so as I say, I don't use an iPad. I use a Microsoft service. So, that is got on the iPad works. Screen size. Me personally, I was anywhere between a 10 and a 12 screen. I think one that I've got. I mean, I think my Surface Pro's 11.5 inch. Sometimes I think small. So I would say anyway, but I won't really go any lower than a 10-inch screen, I don't think. But you guys use iPads and you Procreate. YouTube in, stick it, help them out. What sort of screen size are you guys using? What works for you? Just help the lot out. Boom. Yes. Mad gets it. He's down in Coventry. Bread and butter tattoos definitely part of the job. Yes, they are. And do you know something? And let's see whether let's see if you agree with me. Mad, the difference between doing bread and butter tattoos, small tattoos, names, love arts, general everyday, shall we say, tattoos that people are entitled to. People are always going to get them. You're always going to get somebody that wants. Ladies always want some, like a little love art. They might have an initial in it, like maybe just an initial. Or as soon as it seems, the amount of people I get that come and ask that maybe only want a dots or a little tiny little triangle putting on a finger or something like that. The difference between that is if I've got, let's say I've got 2 or 3 decent tattoos booked in for, and I'm going to have a decent week. But then I've got, she'll say, another 4, 5, 6 bread and butter tattoos that might only take you 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe an hour tops, and you charge for it. That turns your decent week into a bloody good week. Then, by the time you've totted all them up, and you add it on, that's the difference between a decent week and having a good week. And the other thing as well, I don't know about you, doing the small stuff, names, small, They're easy to do, they're easy to stencil, they're easy to get ready, they're easy to complete on the skin. They don't take much thinking about. There's not much, shall we say, brain power involved in it, e.g. for, right, you've got line around there, you might have a little bit of solid colour, you might not have any colour in it, you might just have an initial to do or whatever. So there's not a lot of prep, there's not a lot of hard work goes into it to do them. You will realise when you're tattooing full time, and especially if you have your own studio, that yes, it'd be nice to chase down all these big tattoos and everything, but it takes so long to get ready. And they take a lot of, how can you put it? They sap a lot of energy and brain power while you're doing them. You get to a point where it's like, yeah, I'll settle for some little ones. I don't have to think about it. It's like having a rest. It's, honestly, it is. Menno's got, says preferably letter iPad, with pencil support. Yep. Obviously, I know that everybody raves over the Apple Pencil, and it is supposed to be the best pencil out there for using on the tablet. Perry's, what have you got? Perry's got, I use the 2021 10.2 inch screen, a decent size. And that, like I said, hey up smoke. Yep, Jason's got that. Don't regret none of mine. That's it. It is what it is. They're coming to you because they want you to do it. They want you to do it. The regrets on them. The regrets out of them. If they don't like the design that they picked, that is not your problem. That is not your problem. What else we got? Anonymous. I feel you there, mate. Struggle with back pain. How can that be fixed? Because I'd say I knackered my back, and that's how come I ended up with my own shop, tattooing full time, because I wanted building trade. I enjoyed being in building trade. I went wrong side, shall we say, and I was tattooing part time. I went wrong side of 40 when I popped my back. Then I went back too quick, popped it again. 3 months I were off not being able to do anything, to the point that the wife, even the studio where I was working part-time, turned around and went, it's about time to get your own place and went full-time, because if not, you're not going to earn anything. And how I deal with it, obviously you've got to keep yourself the best healthy that you can, but what I'll do is I will get the client, over time I've learned, I will get the client into a position that's comfortable for me. And that's what you've got to think about. Right, I'm not going to sit there I'm not going to sit there and have my client super comfy doing his arm, and I'm like this for an hour and a half or whatever, all twisted up, try to do his arm. No, I'm going to lay him on his front. I'm going to lay him on his front so that I'm comfy, and he's down. So one is that you get your client. Two is get them at a comfortable working height. Try not to, if you can, if you've got a bad back, try not to, if you can, be stood up working bent over, because generally the beds, the chairs and everything don't go up high enough, especially if you're like 6 foot and over, and you be bent over, that'll knock living crap out of your back. And it does it with mine, it does it really quick. And two, unfortunately, I say to a client, every sort of like hour and a half, I give them 5-10 minutes up on the chair, which also gives me a bit of time to get up so I can stretch my back out. And other than that, don't push it up. If you think you can have a really big sitting, or it's going to be a really big tattoo, so you can't even break it down into 2 sittings. Look at it in the 2 sittings. Do it that way. So there is ways about it. I do it. Over time, if you're doing it, you will find ways to work that little bit longer. The best thing I can say is get your client in a position that's comfy for you. Get the bed and everything at a comfortable height that you're not sort of like bent over. Try not to be stood up, sat away. Every so often, give your client a break, which gives you a break, gives you a chance to stretch out. That's best advice. As for actually fixing the pain and the back pain, there is generally nothing. But alleviating it, alleviating the positions, and being contorted is the way to go about it. They sell a chair especially for back pain. Yes, they do. There's all sorts of stools and wonderful stools. I've tried all sorts. Shit. I just find a chair. I tried a stool, you know, one of them round stools. I used to have one of them. Just a round stool, went down and had 4 wheels on it, no back on it or anything. I'm honestly awful. That knocked the living crap out of my back. In the end, well, like a little, it's like a little office chair that I've got. Had arms on it, which you could take off, which I have taken off, but it has a little back on it. So that if I sit up and I lean back, the actual back of the chair just comes into small on my back, so I can just lean up against it like that and push backwards, and it helps out. And I find that chair were miles better than any of these stools or anything. We just get a padded chair with a small back on it. Helps me wonders. Yeah, them chairs, boomf. Yeah, don't like them. Stools with no back on, like I say, small back. Boom, Perry, nice question actually. This. I know there are probably varying factors, but there's a rough guide on how long it takes to become overworked. Rough guide, no. Unfortunately, that comes with, shall we say, experience. There's a lot of factors. One, depends on the needle configuration you're using. Now, if you're packing and you're using a liner to pack in with colouring, shading, which you can, it's only like a paintbrush. I've done it and I do it a lot of time. If it's only a small area, I'll pack with a, I can pack with a liner, no problem. But what you've got to remember is you've got that small tiny little point on skin, just making a line. So if you're packing, you're going down, you've got a tiny little point. You can chew your skin up, and depending on what voltage you're using, keep it low, but keep your hand pressure light. Anything after probably about 3 passes, and you've probably chewed living crap out of skin. Again, depending on what voltage you're running. If you've got a 7 liner and you're running 12 volts, I mean, and you're trying to pack in like that, virtually on your second pass, I can guarantee that you're going to chew somebody's skin up. But then again, you see, if you're colour packing and you've got a mag in, usually once you get your technique down, 2 passes would probably have your colour packed in, no problem, because you're going slow and steady, small circular motions. If you've got your voltage cranked up and you're literally scrubbing away at the skin, scrubbing in different directions, like that, really shoveling at it, then you're going to chew it up straight away. Again, that comes down to experience. But if you've maybe got your voltage, depending, you're probably running your voltages anywhere for many machines, 6.5 to maybe 8.5, depending on the machine. Colour packing, slow and steady, nice circular motions, 2 passes, you're going to be pretty much safe. Same again, you've got to remember that when you're colour packing, you're doing any of this, making sure you've not got needles too far out and humming too far into the skin. So obviously, if you're right into the skin and you're blowing through where you want to be, and your needles are starting to snag up and angle, then you're just going to blow ink straight through where it needs to be, blow it straight out again. But there is no rough guide. I will probably say anything after the third pass, you've got a big chance of chewing the skin up. But then again, when you're going on shading, you're doing soft shading and you're barely touching the skin and you're just literally touching it with tips of your needles, you might get 4 or 5 passes. It's weird. It all depends on what process you're doing, whether you're packing, whether you're shading, whether you're lining, what needles you're using, what voltage you're using, what stroke you're using as well, because I use quite a heavy stroke, 4.5 millimeter. I have been testing another machine, which is BRONC machine, which is actually there. It's their new tough pen, which is a multi-stroke, which is unusual. That goes from, I think it's 2.5 up to 4.3 instead of 4. And it's not, even a 4.3, it's not quite, because it's not direct drive, it's not quite as powerful. It's nowhere near as powerful, shall I say, as my 4.5 direct drive. But I just find the way I the 4.5 direct drive, I can work it to my advantage by just really lightening up on the skin and just barely touching it with tips of the needles, and it will put the ink in. But it's just something you're going to have to watch for. At some point, I will virtually guarantee you, and most people have done this, at some point on the tattooing journey, and on more than one occasion, Perry, you will chew the skin up. You will chew the skin up. It's unavoidable. It's a learning process. What I will say to you is, look, if you do a tattoo, Perry, I always use it now. If you put the second skin over it, and they can keep it on for 3, 4, 5 days. The stuff that I use can stay on for up to 5 days. Even with that second skin, if you've slightly overworked it with the second skin, because how the second skin works with collecting the plasma that is produced from a wound, collecting it under the second skin, the plasma and everything is like an anti-inflammatory, and from what I believe, promotes healing while it's under there. And the chances are, if you're using it, that even if you slightly overworked it and you manage to keep it for 5 days, they're not going to have a rough feel. I've been using it for ages now, and I've never, like I say, not had a rough feel or anything. It is really good stuff. It's designed to promote healing. It's come across from hospitals. They used to put it on skin graft patients where they've harvested the skin from. Then they cover it in the same stuff as what we're using. That in order for it to collect the plasma and produce, promote healing to replace the skin. And that's where it's come from. That's what it's good for. And then it will help you out. Have a quick look on this screen. Brian, how are you doing, Brian? Going down now. That's what I was talking about. Good question. What we got here? Anonymous. Yeah, go back to work tomorrow. Back prepping and pouring concrete. Yeah, that'd do me in. At my age, that would do me in. Smoke, got a chip disc in his back. Yeah. I ain't gonna be comfortable. How you doing, Brian? Oh, what we got here? Anonymous prepper. I was ready to cry on a deer skull idea upon my son-in-law's. I couldn't stand straight for half a day. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is why, even if Even if it's go up and do it outline, go up and do an outline, even if it's not an outline, then you're not going to have to worry about your steps up. They say, right, we're having 5, we're having 10 minutes. So 5, 10 minutes, get you in a drink, stand up, stretch yourself out. Right, we're back, go back down. Could shade it halfway up. It's like, right, 5, 10 minutes, go back in, then finish it off. So you stop twice, only 5, 10 minutes. I just find it's enough just to stretch your back out, relieve a little bit. I'm not saying that you're still not going to feel it, because if you've been on a long sitting, I still feel it, but it's nowhere near as bad. That's what I'm saying to you. It's nowhere near as bad. It's tolerable, and usually within an hour or so, my back's freed itself back up. Fusing, only way to fix it. I know people that have had spinal fusions, and it's worse than bloody pain. What's man got? Extra large armrest helps. So you can rest your elbows. Takes a bit. Yes, it does. I always rest. My arm pad is maybe not as big as what it could be. It's probably 12 inches by 18 inches is my arm pad. But depending on what I'm doing, the chair that my client sits on, it's come quite low. My armrests come quite low. If I need that extra, I'll either turn my armrest the other way, 18 inches wide, and held on, or sometimes what I'll do is, if I can't get it on, I'll get them low enough down that it's just above my knee. So then when I've got my elbow, I can put my elbow on my knee. I can put my elbow on my knees to support my elbows. Plus, if you've got your elbow supported as well as having this on, it's extra steadiness. Instead of having your elbow up here and having this planted, you've still got this planted, you're still pulling the line and it's tight, but you've still got this elbow that can move around. Whereas if you've got your elbow planted, it's a lot harder for your machine to move around, and it'll keep your lining and everything a lot steadier. So if you can plant your elbows, that's a good tip. That is a really good tip if you can plant your elbows. And it does take a lot of pressure off. Oh, yeah, can't afford no surgery. I could never allow that much downtime. Yeah, again, coming from where I'm coming, Anonymous, I get where you're going, and I get what you're saying. But you're also going to look at it this way. If I don't do something, if you don't do something about it, when you get old, you're going to either end up on sticks, crutches, in a wheelchair, or whatever. So at some point, something to give them that. For me, I got to an age where my back started popping wrong side of fault, and if I carry on like this, my back's just going to keep going. It's going to be wrecked. I'm not going to be able to stand up. That's why I basically made the transition into getting a job, just get a move, big financial commitment. But I did it, never looked back. We'd been in shop, what, I don't know, 12 months. COVID hit. That was out for 12 months. I think from the March to the March of the lockdown, in that 12-month period, I think we had to stay closed for 42 weeks out of the 52, but still made it through. But again, at some point, you have got to take a stance, as well, because otherwise, you're no use to nobody, bud. What's this, Brian? Dave was send Ukraine in front line. Dave was sent to Brian. No, Dave had he's had a lot on. Bless him. Changed shops now. Changed states from Ohio to Texas. Then we're living with in-laws. Christmas got an house of their own. Managed to get him for Christmas, sort it all out. Then he's gone from the shop that it was initially in into a new shop. and he's on the guest spot. He's still trying to work everything out in Texas, and I think it's taking him a lot of time. And when you do, I get it when you're away and you're in shop, it's not like what. And I've spoken to Dave, and it's before he used to work on his own property, so and he used to working with Alicia, his wife, and having that time. Now he's working in the shop, so he's away from home. So when he comes home from work, he wants to spend time with family, and he's got young kids. So I get it. I get it. I mean, you've only got a certain amount of time to do stuff. You've got to prioritise. They've abandoned us, guys. No, he's not abandoned. He'll be back. Yeah. Again, cheers, Jason. Don't forget to smash that like, subscribe. Like I say, for some reason, YouTube's falling out with me. Don't seem to send pre-notification out no more. I know a few of you says when I went live, it sent you something, but it used to send you something like half an hour before I went live. Now, come you, bud. I'll catch you later. I know it's early doors. Take care, mate, and hopefully we'll catch you in another one. Yeah, I forgot what we're talking about. Probably talking shit as per usual. Smoke, that plastic wrap shit is the bomb. It's the only stuff I buy. Yeah, it's great. I've been through all sorts. I mean, what we got here? Jason's put down Saniderm is what I use. Look, I've tried Saniderm. I've tried Eddie's equivalent. I've tried all main brands. I've tried off brands, and I've actually got to a point now where I found some stuff. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's relatively cheap. I mean, relatively cheap. It is cheap. Clients love it. We get no. I think out of all the time that I've been using it, I've had 2 reactions. That is it. It stays on for 5 days. It's super sticky. You get in the roll. You get in 10 meters, 33, 34 foot on a roll. You can get it in different widths. I've got 3-inch wide, 4-inch, 6-inch, and I've even got 8-inch wide. So no matter what you're covered in, and I've got some 2-inch wide for small tattoos. So no matter what you're covered in, it covers. And actually, that stuff I've stacked off all by branded, paying for name. I've just done my own research into it. What works for my clients? This stuff works for my clients, and love it. Anybody wants a link to what I use and the product that I use every day, no problem. Send me a message on my Instagram, and I will send you a link as to what I use and where I get it from. Or leave a comment. Leave a comment after the video. I could always stick where I could always go back in the description and leave a link to it in there. Going over there. Brian, Andy abandoned us for 2 months. Things had that much to do, that much going on in shop. I had clients coming at me ears, not enough time. I went on holiday. Christmas was coming up. Again, I ran out of time, and I got to prioritise my time. So, unfortunately, yeah, I didn't really get onto YouTube. I have got another video coming out back end of this week, next week, or whatever it is. On that thing, it's the BRONC tough pen. So that'll be a bit of a review coming out on that. So I'm quite pleasantly surprised on the thing. But again, that's coming out. Yeah, kind of feels like that. I just think, yeah, it's unfortunately, yeah, Smoke, you're right. Real life stuff. in the flesh, in the moment, in the real life, boring, everyday stuff has got to be done. It's got to be done. Unfortunately, we don't have a real unlimited amount of time to do it. Brian, I did tattoo for more than 6 months now. I'm not sure. What's that, Brian? I did tattoo for more. You've been tattooing for 6 months, Brian. I'll learn tattoo for 6 months. Smoke on. Basically, survive without them now. Trust smoke. Trust smoke to get in there. But yeah, I mean, oh, you wait, Jason. I'll catch you in a bit, bro. It's yeah, I mean, depending on where you learn. I mean, you know yourself, Dave's got a lot of videos out there, a catalogue of videos out there that you can go watch. He's got for lining, shading, and everything. And that, so you can always go watch a back catalogue and see what's going on. If that might help you out. I'm trying. We were live. What last Sunday? What it Sunday before? I missed last Sunday, so live this week. I'll try and go live next Sunday. If not, it may be once a fortnight. It just depends on how busy I get. But I'll try again next week, next Sunday. If not, it'll definitely be Sunday after every fortnight. Try and get some videos out as well for you guys. Yeah, YouTube had a bunch of no good stinking hookers, lol. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I'll do is, I mean, cool since we can see them. That'll be fun. Just saying. What I'll do is, I'll put that at top for a little bit. Probably got a little bit to go. If anybody's on and they want to send anything to that email, we can do. I'll leave it there for a little bit, see if we get anything in. If we don't, not to worry. But there it is. It's running at the top. So let me get the chat back up. See what we get. Good live as usual. Yeah, no problem. Cheers. I appreciate it, Mac. Really do. Like I say, it's only me. I'm not special. Just an everyday tattoo artist. Try to help you guys out. If you've got all, just try to let you know what tattooing's about, how it is in the, shall we say, the real world of tattooing, everyday tattooing, not in the tattooing world according to YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. It's just everyday, mundane, everyday tattooing, the struggles of tattooing, what you're going to be doing, what you've got to do to live. Try to help you out with any questions, if you're stuck on anything, what you're struggling with. Like it says there, what does everyone struggle with when it comes to tattooing? I mean, even now, necks. I hate tattooing the skin on necks. But that's not too bad. And that one of the worst ones for me, I honestly hate is tattoo. I really, really do hate. I'd rather tattoo ribs than tattoo a stomach or abdomen. That's an all-time. They never tattoo well. You go look online at a lot of abdomen and tattoos that haven't been edited, and you can tell that they've been edited looking for Paul and everything. And you'll see, look at the line work. So when look at the line work, it's not. There's not many people pulling in that area. They're pulling clean, and they're pulling lines clean, and the bona fide crisp. and everything, because it's just a shocking area to do it. One, it's constantly like that, and it's constantly like that. And the skin, unless they're absolutely stick thin and there's no meat on them whatsoever, you might stand a chance. But any normal place, awful. Yeah, it's one of the worst places. I'm not a fan of tattooing the, shall we say, stomach, abdomen. There's a few other places. I used to hate, tell you which one I used to hate, and I used to hate a lot, and I don't mind it at all now, behind the ear. I used to hate tattooing behind the ear for some reason. And I think it was, I always seem to be bothered about bending somebody's ear out that way and putting my hands on the side of their head and having sort of like your palms on the cheeks or whatever, and then pull its skin from behind. But once I said, well, you've signed up for this, you must know what's going to happen. And it's like, God, take your earring out. I'm not working around your earring, so you can take your earring out. If you don't take your earring out, I ain't tattooing behind you. I'm not fighting around that thing either. And now I don't mind it at all. I really, really don't mind it at all. So, but like I say, necks, throats, not right. Not right fan of throats, because you're just basically choking somebody. But one of the worst ones, abdomen. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of stomach and abdomen. So what we got down here? You always get one day, you're asking to move cock rings too low. None of them areas for me, Smoke. None of them areas for me, buddy. That's it. That's it. No genitals. Don't do them. You can go find somebody else. Go find somebody else to stretch your genitals, mate. I ain't great grabbing them and stretching them for you. It's not my thing. Well, thinking back to it, I don't think I've ever been asked. Never been asked to do it. But answer would be no. Definitely would be no. Yeah, kind of figured that. Yeah, not happening, bud. When would you? Somebody walked in and went, "I want some tattooing on here," and just whopped it out, let them out on the table. You know, get your gloves on, give it a good yank, and start tattooing it. Nah, not for me. Nah, definitely not for me. You wouldn't want to do that on a man or a lady either. Neither. Because male, female, let's put it this way, what I mean, and they can't even, and I've tattooed them, they can't even make sure they're washed properly if they're having under their armpits or the feet, if they're having their top of their arm done or the feet done. So I can imagine if they can't even do that, can you imagine what it'd be like in other areas? Yeah, can't tattoo in a gas mask, but no gas masks. So yeah, I've had it that bad. The smell of body odor, or that you've been there tattooing for an hour and a half, or whatever. By the time I finished, I've been able to taste it, literally taste it. We've had them in, not so much me, the daughter has had them in for piercing, to the point they've actually slowly, the smell has stunk the shop out. We've virtually had to let the air freshener bombs off in shop, fumigate it to get it out. So yeah, again, and again, not the most hygienic places. It's to try and keep a tattoo even. So I just stay away. It's not for me. There is people out there that'll do it small, but not for Just what's coming on e-snail. No, what's coming on e-snail. Oh, we're all right. So I mean, like, there's 9 here. There's 9 of you watching. You watching? You watching? I don't know. Just give it a thumbs up. Any questions? Anybody struggling with anything? Anybody? No silly questions. Well, I don't know, maybe, but we will say that there's no silly questions. So again, I don't know if anybody needs help with anything or they're stuck with anything. That put it in chat. It's see if we can help out. If I can, like I said, I'm nothing special. So if I can't help somebody in the chat, I may be able to help out. It could be. But while we're doing that, I'll give you a little sneak peek into. Brandon, how you doing? I'll give you a little sneak peek into this. Like I said, there's videos coming out. This. What is it? BRONC Tough Pen, aka it's been nicknamed Thor's Hammer. Bollocks. Everything everywhere. Just make throw it all over the place. There we go. So that's it. Multi-stroke machine. And to be fair, let's be right. Does look a bit like an hammer that way. But you turn it the other way up. Don't really think it so much looks like an hammer. You just got to be careful how you grab it. You really got to be careful how you grab it when it's that way up. But obviously, it's designed to be that way up. Again, multi-stroke machine. I can't see. Goes from 2.5 all the way up to 4.3, which I find quite unusual because a lot of them only ever went up to about 4 millimeters. But as I say, it's nice. I mean, for me, they could get rid of 2.5 or 2.5 at 2.9 and go 4.3, could go 4.5, 4.6. It's quite small for what it is. What we're running at. It's 5-inch, just over 5 1/8 in old measurements, or about 135 millimeters long. As I say, it's quite heavy, but 1 minute. Fucking what's going on? I mean, it's not very noisy, and there's hardly any vibration on it. I'll be honest, there's hardly any vibration on it. What it does have, it has a facility. I don't know whether you can see on. Can I see on screen? It says there L. You can preset 2 volumes, so 2 voltages. So that, and it's only voltages. It's got nothing to do with anything else. So that could be a line of voltage, and 2 quick presses changes the voltage, and it says an S, supposedly for shading, but it does know else with stroke. That's all. We'll want to turn it off. You can put a clip, it'll break down to that size. It's because once you take this battery off and everything's considerably lighter, it will break down to that size. You do get an adapter for the back, so you can put a clip cord, so you can put a RCA cord in, or just use your own little stubby battery, and it is a hell of a lot lighter. It's very well, if I tell you the truth, it's very well made. The battery and the RCA are really tight fit. Really tight fit. I can't even get the bloody thing back on there. Oh, that's it. The one thing that I do find, let me just get it. One thing I have found is downside. I don't know if you can see, let me just turn it round. There's your stroke lengths, and it's got a button on it, and it's frigging like just turn it, But what can happen is, when you've got it wrapped up, if you just see the dots there, if you try to adjust your grip, try to adjust your grip without holding that, it's very easy to adjust the stroke as well. That's the only problem. So you've got to hold that when you're adjusting grip. And that's the main feature I don't like about it. That, and for some weird ass reason, when you look at BRONC, that one there sends it up, and that one there sends it down, which actually, when it's looking at you, is wrong. When it's looking at you like that, that sends it up, that sends it down, which for most machines is back to front. But BRONC seem to do it all like back to front, weird ass for some reason. But and you get a crap load of spares and extras and that with it. But it's not a bad machine. I was very surprised. I was very, very surprised on how easy it was to use, and how powerful it was, actually. How powerful it was. It were at 4.3. I was comfortably, I'd say I comfortably line with a 7 and a 9 at push. I wouldn't really want to do anything above a 9 round liner with it. But shading, I mean, I managed to shade with it all the way up to a 25 mag, 15 mag bumping, no problem. 9s, no problem. But it's not bad. The only thing, and it's really bad, the only thing is, I think it's quite expensive for what it is. I think they just dropped the price a bit, actually, to about $400, and it only comes with one battery. I think they want $138 for an extra battery, which, I mean, it's a well-made machine. It's quite heavy. It's easy enough to wrap. But the Ambition top just blows it out of water for what it is. That's a cordless motor, by the way, that's in it. Your Ambition top will last longer. Direct drive, no problem. You can change your cams 4. You can change your cams 4, 5, 5, no problem. Which then leads me on to boom, this one. Brandon asking, have you seen the Ambition as a shorter stroke version of the top? Yes, it's the top, the shorter stroke version. I think it does 2.53 and 3.5 or something like that. Or is it 3.5? You can do it. It's not for me. I've got the top 4.5. I don't really like a stroke unless I'm shading. I only want delicate shading, then I don't need a stroke any lower than that, because I can do everything I do with the Torps. My Torps is now over 12 months old. It's been used every day, every working day in the studio, and it still works as good today as the day I bought it, if not actually better now than when I bought it, because everything seems to be embedded in. The batteries I got 2 of the Ambition's quite shorty batteries, which are about 2 amp hour, 1.95. They're still working fantastic. I still get 5, 6, 7 hours out of them, depending on what I'm doing. I have 2 of them, never run out. They have never gone faulty. They're still bang on. The machine is absolutely running flawless. If anything I had to pick after 12 months about the Torps that I could fault it with, and it's a nitpick, it's a really, where the battery goes onto the back of it and it goes into the plug. I could probably get the machine and the battery and just move it a tiny little bit from side to side. I can still pick it. I can still pick the machine up by the battery and give it a shake, and it won't fall out. But there just seems to be a tiny little bit of side to side movement in. I don't know whether that's worn over time or it will like that. I never checked it. That's the only thing. Other than that, works absolutely flawless. Flawless. It's a go-to machine, and I'll just run it till I can run it no more. I'll be honest. Yep, it's got on there. Loves ambition tops. Amber's inking nice. It does. It's so easy to use. Once you get going, it is so easy to use. And it makes the job easy once you've got used to it. What we got here, man? Looks well made. Was thinking ambition Mars with the adjustable stroke. I use my torques every day now. Right. Yeah. What it is well made. It's very sturdy, mad. And it is well made. I can't take that away from him. Good battery life. I have used it. I've used it in tattoos. When I've done the review, on the end of the review, I've put some footage of you in a tattoo. Shaded nicely. Shaded nice. The problem is, it's like a swash drive machine again. If they can ever make a machine that's direct drive that is an adjustable stroke, that's me down. I'm down and done. I love direct drives. I absolutely love direct drives. The problem you're going to have is you've been using your torques every day now. Your torques is a direct drive. I don't know what cam you're using in it, Mad. Are you using the 4 or the 4.5? I wouldn't have thought the 5 mil. Again, and that's a direct drive. It's a straight direct drive with a brushless motor. Now, you go to the adjustable stroke, which is a swash drive. They naturally hit softer. Or I found that they naturally hit softer. So you can get one like that one with a 4.3 millimeter stroke. You think, oh, it's not far off. It's not far off the 4.5 that I'm using. But when you're actually using it, it's a bit more like a 3.5, 3.9. You know, not even quite a 4 mil. It doesn't even feel like a 4 millimeter direct drive. So you're using 4. So you're also using the 4 millimeter. I use a 4.5. Yeah, you may be okay, but you will generally find that a machine like that for an all-rounder is not quite as easy to use as and a second nature to use. Just for the simple reason of it being direct drive. Again, if you ever made an adjustable stroke machine that was direct drive, I'm down, I'm in, because I know it's going to punch. The other thing that bugs me, one thing that bugs me, and by you guys, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask you guys this question. I know there's only separate you watching, but we all know, we all get tools, DIY, work, whether it be Makita, Milwaukee, Ryobi, everything. And they've got it nailed, haven't they? One battery fits all. 953 tools, but one battery will fit all. So you've got your batteries. Once you buy your batteries and all your batteries are interchangeable, one battery will fit all your tools. And you're not bothered about buying more tools off them because you know your batteries are going to fit. And so on and so forth. Why has the tattoo machine company never gotten on to that idea? Why can't they make a range of 3, 4, 5 machines that all use one battery? If your machine breaks and your battery's okay, you might order another one. I just never get it. I mean, is it me? Is that just logic and sense coming out there? Or do we not think it's a sensible idea that they could do something that they should actually seriously consider doing something like one battery fits all? Even if they wanted to do, well, I've got these 3 machines here. bare bones machines. One's a 4mm, one's a 5mm, one's a 3mm cam in it. They're all direct drive. Don't matter which one you buy, all batteries fit it. So you can just keep adding to your arsenal all day long. But again, that might just be me just thinking outside the box or whatever. I just think then that, like tool companies, that if tool machine companies did that, then more people would probably become brand loyal. Because if you're into using DeWalt or Milwaukee or Makita, unbeknown to you, you become a bit brand loyal if you like the brand and it's doing what you're doing. You keep buying the tools because you've got all the batteries. I just keep saying, but tattoo machine companies, but they just don't seem to be able to figure that one out. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that. Yeah, Mad Tattoos. Always thought that makes more sense. Yeah, I mean, me too. You would actually genuinely become more brand loyal because then over time, as you're going through, you might not buy the next machine that they're bringing out, but the machine after that, you might buy it, and that comes with a battery. Then you've automatically got batteries that you can interchange. The longevity of the machine, the tattooing longevity of the machine. They can sell you spare batteries. They can sell you. Then at some point, they can give you the option to buy a bare bones machine, like tool companies buy a bare bones machine. I've got 10 batteries sat on side there. So instead of anybody not buying a machine at £700, £800 or whatever it is, well, we do a bare bones one for 350. Well, I've got 60. I've got 10 batteries up here. I'll just buy the bare bones. I'll save the rest of the money. It's just weird that they've never actually cottoned on to it. What's that? I feel the same way. Yeah, it's like USB charging cords that everyone uses now. Yeah, it's right, isn't it? I mean, USB charging cords, everything. It used to be USB-B or whatever it was. Obviously, they used to have USB-A, then USB-B. Then it was micro B. The biggest one then was probably micro USB. Everybody was using. That become dated and everybody jumped over to USB-C, which now seems to be the industry standard down to the point that is it the latest iPhone that have even ditched like the proprietary iPhone chargers and gone for a USB-C type charger. Even them sort of like seen sunsets. So yeah, so this is what I said. This is why can't it be one battery fits all? Like I said, just blows my mind. It's just why they can't think logically for some reason. Then it makes things more open to people. Boom. Just 1 minute. Let's just get shots of that. I think. Right, we've got something on the inbox. So in a minute, I will swap over to the inbox. See what somebody sent through. Oh, text it. Oh, just. No, that one. Right. Just share that while it's loading up. I'll so I can have lost my chat. There we go. Yeah. So again, like I said, just made sense. One battery fits all. Come on, Ramble. I just think you think they'd do it, but hey, it just seems like a concept that's far way out of the reach and comprehensibility of a tattoo machine company to actually do that. Weird, really weird. And then it's like, because I know you can buy third-party batteries that have got an RTA on the end of them. But again, if they're doing proprietary batteries, again, like told people do, that it's particular to them and it fits on your machine. If I thought about it logically, it'd really do away with it total, like, as well, push the aftermarket batteries out of the way, because a lot of people, but then instead of putting the RCA adapter on, tucking their own battery in the back of it, again, we'll stay with them to use their own batteries. Right, we've got a couple of you still left on. I will pop this up on screen. Let's see what we've got. If everybody can see that. I don't know who it's from. It's just from a string of numbers. So don't know who this is from. No subject. Just what I sent a painting that I'm working on. Not a tattoo. Mike, is this you? It's one person I know that's painting. That's a paint. So I don't know if this is Mike. If it is, chip up. Ooh. Yep. Is this Mike? What we're thinking, guys. I've seen some of these paintings, and look at this. I know it's your painting, Mike, but look at it. Got all the tattoo skins. All his tattoo skins that he's working on and worked on up on his wall in his art studio. And he's got some nice work. All this lot to a point that he's literally there. He's literally that far away from having the tattooing that licked. Again, and I know if it is Mike, that he says he finds this, doing this, painting, drawing, and everything, a lot easier than tattooing. He actually thinks that tattooing is the hardest thing, the hardest medium, false skin's the hardest medium he's ever worked on. Yet you look at some of the paintings, and not just this one, he has sent them in before. And you look at some of the stuff that he's done, it's like, why are you finding it so hard? Because basically all you've got to do is master the art of using the machine. The skills and the artwork is there. But again, I mean, I'm liking this, you know, step through books all the way through. Looks like a forest path. I'd like to see when it's all finished. And I'm sure it's for a good concept. And again, you do stuff like this on canvas, you should have no problem doing it on false skin. No problem at all, as we can see. As we can see, look, you see down here. I mean, look at this. This is where he is with his work, and how many works he's done on false skin for tattooing. Is this? I'd be interested to know whether this is actually a painting or if it's some sort of pen, pastel, or whatever that you're doing. I know I can just see down here on the corner and looking. I know I can see a bit closer than you guys, but looking at it, it looks pastelified. And also with this, I'd be interested to know how long it's taken you time-wise to get to this point on this painting. I will be interested. It's cool. I like it. I like to see it finished. I'll look forward to you sending it back when it's finished, bud. But it's cool. Although I've never really had any doubt off you, because there were only that one on, guys, anyway. So never really had any doubt from him, because we have seen his paintings in the past, and they've all been on point. He's had some great paintings. He did one in like a window frame, all done, all the sections, all done. And I thought he'd actually painted it and sat it in the back of the window frame, but he hadn't. He painted all the individual ones as separate. It was proper cool. Oh, just grab a drink. So like I say, guys, if you can give a like, a thumbs up, even if the stream's done, when I post after stream's done, even just quick comments and just give it a thumbs up in comments, just thanks or whatever, it just might help YouTube pick it up, push it out a bit further. Start giving people notifications again. I don't know what's going on with it. I honestly don't. So as I say, 9, 10 of you watching, and if you want to jump in chat, just subscribe. Jump straight in chat, subscribe. We don't fight. It's all here. Everybody's friendly enough. So I don't know if any of you guys have got any more questions, any more hang-ups, any more struggles, tattle-wise. How are you doing with your tattle journey? Everything okay? Or anybody that's just gone, that's it, I've had enough, I'm not doing it anymore. It's not for me, which I'm hoping isn't the case. I'm hoping that everybody is still tattling. So we go back to back. Yeah, it's me. My wife loves books, and this journey is of hers. Right, Mike, I know you're back in chat. Mike, did you send me a... Hold on. Did you send... Was it a message? Or was it a... Was it an email? I had an email from somebody saying... And they didn't have the name, and it was just a load of numbers saying that they've been busting their ass off and need help. There we go. I am tired of working my ass off trying to teach myself this craft. Think I have done okay, need help. 1 minute. Have I got you on share? Boom. You still here, Mike? Yes, it's you. Right. I like this picture. So we'll just go back to this and be back in a minute. Yeah, it's me. Well, books. This journey is hers. Like I say, it's cool. It's cool painting. Is it paint? Is it pastel? I'd love to know how many hours you've got into it so far, and I'd love to see it when it's done, and then let me know how many hours you've got in it when it's done, because I've seen work of yours before, and to be quite Jack Blunt, it's shit up as you're painting. And as I was saying on here, it's your artwork's there and everything. All you ever had to do was just master the machine. But you always said that tattooing is the hardest medium you've ever done. But you're literally there. You're literally that far away from just having it sorted. Rob, good to see you, bud. And like I said, got your stuff up. And I hope you don't mind me putting it up. I know, but then we take a look at this stuff, and I can't really, because it's set back. But I mean, I remember seeing it. This one here was shit up. I love this one. This one, I remember this thing. I like that. I like these. And the stuff that you've done, you don't have no problems. You don't have no problems doing it. Yeah, you did. And then you started figuring it out. This one was awesome. This boat, how you did that. So, because you're going through, you're working your ass off trying to teach yourself this craft. I think I've done okay. I need help. So what is it you need help with? I mean, we don't have to, if you don't want to discuss it on here, you don't have to discuss it on here. If you want to reach out again, reach out again. If I can help you, I will go, pal, because you're literally that far away, man. You're literally that far away. And I know you bust your ass off. I know you're at some point. And all it is your machine craft, to the point I've even said to you, it's a bit frustrating actually, because I can see you so close that I wish I could be stood at the side of you for 5 days, 7 days tops, to show you exactly in the flesh as you're doing it, rather than you doing stuff and then having to send it in and type it through, because within that short space of time you'd be done, you'd have no problem. You'd have no problem whatsoever. You'd be done, dusted, you'd be tattooing, no problem, because the artwork is on point, man. The artwork is on point. And that was the frustrating part. I always remember that was a frustrating part for me. You could see it was on point, and it's just a tiny little, bit that you need just to push that a little bit further to then go, yes, start it. You're on your way. Now it's a learning curve. You know, figuring it out. You know what I mean? Smoke. Yeah, you can see he's busting his ass off. You can see him busting his ass off with his artwork. You can see with the amount of false skins it's got up on the fake skins it's got up on the wall. And what I will say, he's got fake skins up on the wall ranging from bloody good, so not so good, but he's got them up there, and he can see them, and they're a reminder of his journey. So it's just, like I say, it's literally that far away from done and on his journey on his own, and then learning from there. It's like learning to tattoo. It's like learning to drive. And I don't know whether you've ever seen. You learn to drive. You get taught how to drive. Then you pass your test, and then when you go out on your own and you're on your own in the car, that's when you actually learn to drive and learn how to drive. You've already been taught, but when you're out there on your own, that's when you learn everything. And tattooing's like that. Just needs to get to that, shall we say, pass mark, and then from there, he's just going to learn it on his own. But everything else is there. Yeah, you can see it pushes his ass. Definitely, you know what I mean? Oil pastel, got about 25 hours into it so far. Wow. See, he's even got the commitment. He's got the commitment. It's going to sit there and put 25 hours in that painting. So the commitment to the artwork is there. So it's not as if he's not committed. Just needs that. And that's what's frustrating for me, because you can see he's literally one step away. One step away. Hell yeah. We're brand. Oh, screw me. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, he has. He's got it. Tattooing is the only medium that can't make a mistake. That's my problem. Right. The problem you've got then, if that's how you're thinking, right, the problem you've got is you're getting too far into your own head, bud. Because once you get that far into your own head, instead of, when you paint, let me put it this way, do you know when you're painting, when you're drawing, when you're doing your pastels, or you're working with graphite or anything, you're a lot more chilled out. You're a lot more relaxed, less pressure on. You lean back, yeah, no problem, and it flows. No problem. It's gonna do. And then when you go, what you do then is you go to tattooing, on false skiing, and then you get into your own head thinking, I can't rub this shit out. I can't make a mistake. And then when you get into your own head like that, that is the only time you are actually going to make a mistake. As long as you have got a stencil that's well applied and your artwork's on point, like it is, don't see why you're going to make a mistake unless you're getting into your own head thinking. If in doubt, just work slightly lighter. You can always add to it. We've all done that. Most people, most tattooists tell you, no, I aren't bullshit. They've always worked lighter to start with, and then added the dark because you know you can do that. It's once you're going too dark, you can't necessarily get it lighter. There is ways to get it lighter, but you can't necessarily get it lighter. But yeah, I think you're just getting into your own head a little bit about making mistakes. And what you need to do is you just need to get out of that. And once you get out of that, like I said, there's just a couple of little things, and it ain't much. That, like I say, if you could have somebody outside you while you were doing it, again, like I said, that's frustrating. You can have somebody outside you while you're doing it and just go, no, just try this, just do that, and you think, yeah, or yeah, just run your machine a couple of notches higher, or just pull your needle in a little bit, or push it out, or lighten your hand up, or slow it down, or just try this, or just try that. As you're going along, and like I say, within 5 or 7 days, no problem, you'll be done and dusted, and you'll be well on your way. Yeah, I mean, same again, smoke Scott, I get like that. Yeah, you got to remember, at the end of the day, you've not got to be scared, especially when you're learning. Especially when you're learning, you're going to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, how else are you going to learn? If you don't make a mistake, how else are you going to learn? Because you won't know right from wrong. And again, there's always another saying, and an old kid taught me this when I first went into the building trade. He went, look, it's like this. And man who don't make mistake is man who don't work. Quite simple. Everybody's going to make a mistake, some shape or form. It's not about making a mistake, it's how you rectify it. Just saying. But you can't be scared. Unfortunately, like I say, with this world, how everything goes, so much pressure on that you can't make a mistake. Don't be making mistakes. Don't be doing this. You're not allowed to make a mistake. Bullshit. Like I said, when you're learning, everyone makes mistakes. Otherwise, how do you know what's right or wrong? You don't. It's quite simple. So with that, unless we've got anything else, and anybody's got all in the to put in the chat or anything, or wants to ask anything, I'll do a couple more minutes, and then I'm probably going to end the stream. We've been running for what, hour and a half? We've had a chat about all sorts and all sorts of crap. Like I say, there will be a review video coming out on that thing. So it's that should be this week. What's that? We getting together this Sunday, maybe? What do you mean? A week today? A week today, I'm going to try and get back on next Sunday. I'm going to try and get back on next Sunday. Try to see if we can get back a little bit regular. Then it start getting notifications out onto people again. Just like I say, I mean, we're struggling with life. I know you guys always turn up, and I appreciate always turning up. And I'm nice to get together and get off and off and chip your bit in, talk to each other. So we've got to see whether we can get a few more numbers in and back on channel. They've dwindled off just to shape or form. Probably my fault for not doing all, but see what we can do. But yeah, I'm going to try and get back on a week today. Well, why are you going to send some stuff in? Are you going to go? What's that? plenty of Anderson. So yeah, like I say, try and get on next Sunday. Like I say, Mike, I mean, you're there, buddy. I mean, you just need to chill. You need to take a laid back stance. That's probably when you paint or when you're drawing, mate. That's what you've got to do. Got to get out your own head. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. Get out your own head. Just take the same stance as when you're doing your other artwork, mate. Otherwise, you're not going to do you no favours. You're just literally there. You are literally that far away, and you've done some nice pieces. Some nice pieces in mind. And again, like I said, that's what's frustrating for me because I can see how close you are, and it's like as if you need someone to stick the foot up your ass and say, "Right, come on, get on with it, get it done." You know, painting, don't bleed. Just say it. Why you're not squeamish, are you? You're not squeamish about a bit of blood, and it's only a little bit. Fucking hell. If they're pissing blood, then if they're really, really pissing blood, and then I would be worried that I would do something wrong. Or they're on warfarin, or they've actually been on a crap load of alcohol the night before, and if they turn up and sort of like me, turn up in my where the deposit, they turn up in my shop thinking of alcohol and got a deposit, and they've got a tattoo booked in. It's like, see you later, you've lost your deposit, not tattooing you. You got told, don't come stinking of alcohol. It thins your blood down. You'll just waste your money. You'll piss all things back out. But again, you're gonna, Mike, like I say, you're gonna have no problem. You're beating yourself up for no reason at all. Like I say, somebody needs to stick the foot up your ass and say, get a move on. You know, get it done. Stop being a pussy and get it done. That's what it is. You know, no problem picking a canvas up or a sketch pad and doing it. Oh, right. So with that, guys, I know, and that we're into the last couple of minutes. We're into the last couple of minutes before we end the stream. So if you've got any last minute things you want to say that are appropriate, or ask, whack them in now. Other than that, we will be out in a few minutes and we will sign off. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll be back next Sunday. So, yes, Mo. Be nice to see somebody working. Oh, he's got his glasses. So he's got his glasses. So you get some magnify. He's got magnifying glasses. Getting buying solicitor, surgery whenever that happens. With that slow ass healthcare here, well, can only be as slow as ours, mate. Can only be as slow as ours. Then try having an heart attack and wait for an ambulance for an hour. Then you know how slow it is. Then it turned up right fast. A full blown heart attack. We'll leave you for an hour. You can have a heart attack for an hour. We'll see you in an hour. That ain't fun, mate. That ain't fun. So you got no family doctor there. But right, with that, guys. Well, we've got family doctors, but the crap. It's try to get past receptionist to get an appointment. You might as well put them on border force. Might as well put doctors, receptionists on border force, and that. Because if they were in charge of anybody getting into the country, nobody'd ever get into the country because you can't even get up with a doctor appointment. So there's no chance of anybody getting into the country while they're on it. Right. Sometimes it's good for the soul to take a break and do something else. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it is good to step away and take a break. But don't leave it so. What I will say, don't leave it so long before you come back and get back to it. Then you'll just do it to yourself and think that you're having to start all over again. But yeah, good to mix it up. Break is as good as anything, but it's good to mix it up. Right. With that, guys, I think we're going to sign off unless we've got the. That brought my hand. That's long enough break, lol. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember when you did. Well, you brought, yeah, you were off. Cooked it out for a while, did you? You done some to your hand, and then you cooked it out for a while. Yeah. So I will. Let me get this off. Yeah. So I will bid you all farewell. Smoke. Yeah. Take care, Smoke. Take care, Rob. Mike, you take it. You take it easy. You get out of your own head. Crack on with that Halloween. Anybody else that's here? Mad, Brandon. I think Jason went, didn't he? Right. I don't know whether Brian was kicking about. No, Pommy went, but yeah. But take care, everybody. Hopefully, we'll see you next Sunday. And enjoy the Halloween. Enjoy the experience. We'll see you in the next one.